Welcome to I'm Blessed Tarot. How are you guys? Let's tune in to get some spiritual messages. Angels of Most High, Abundant Curly. What does my collective need to know about the spiritual guidance? Please give us with clarity the messages that we need to receive. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Skywriting the fates. Hollow bone teachability, needing direction, lost in space. Let's see. How are you guys? How's your weekend? Happy 4th of July to my collective. Happy for those who are watching from US. How are you guys feeling this year about, celebrating 4th of July? There's so much going on, so many changes happening all over the world, let's see. I love this card, and it's coming out quite often in our spiritual discourse, as well as this meditation. Let's see, what is the message does the collective need to know that is watching this right now? Please give us guidance. Moving out of stagnation, Dust Devil. I hope you guys can see. There we go. Beautiful card. What is coming from my collective? Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Bold step forward. We will pull more cards as we go along if I feel called for it. I might even read message from the Oracle book if I feel called for it. So let's see. What I see here, skywriting. And hollow bone. Needing space, dances on one foot. So what I see here is, you are on your divinely guided path at the moment, and you know that the changes that you're going through are part of your journey, part of your destiny, that you're called by higher powers, higher energy, that you are guided on this path along with the universal source energy. You're destined for the change, you're destined for something different, that your path is leading you in a new trajectory. With the hollow bone here, with teachability, I get the message that being open to learning, being open to learning and being in both shoes, being a teacher and being a student. On this journey. So being able to adapt and being able to dance on both feet, right? The student, the teacher. The teacher can be everything around us and anything that we can receive intuitive guidance from, message from, right? So over here I feel like receiving messages and guidance from source around you, from the nature around you, from the times past and from the times that comes. Yeah, let me read from this. I feel like I really feel called to see this from my, yeah. Hollow bone, teachability, humility. Oh no. That was my timer for something I put in the oven, sorry. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion. As this will not change anything right now, you are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like a hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Illuminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollowbone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in the sacred books or holy texts. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life and as important as the brightest sun. Yeah, so this is, I get very strongly to message to surrender. Surrender to how you're going to get through this transformation. Surrender to the notion of how you're going to come to a destination that you have in your mind, whatever that may be, an end goal, end vision of your manifestation. Hollow bone is a call to surrender our ego, to trust in your fate, to trust in the higher power, to trust in your divine destiny, that you are not alone here. You're not one single piece of object or a free floating energy through this time space, right? We are all interconnected, and one leads to the other, and the other leads to the more, and so on and so forth. So this is about quieting the voice of our ego within, of what we know, of who we are, of how people see us, of how we want to be perceived, of surrendering to what is, and surrendering to what is to come. Needing direction is like when you quiet down the need to know all the answers, and when you quiet down the need to feeling like you need directions, you need clarity, you will come to a place of clarity when you surrender fully. That will bring you a clear pathway to where you need to be, where you are headed. The answers that you are seeking will come to you as you surrender the need to know everything. Trust the fates that are the skywriting. They're the destiny that you are sent here to step into, right? You are stepping into that part of yourself, the dance on one foot, the transformation that you're going through. You probably feel that you're trying to balance your spiritual aspect of life and then other parts of your daily happening, and this could be creating a tug of war between surrendering your ego and between going on with what you know, right? And this comes from a place of fear, of uncertainty. But fear is not real. Fear is an illusion, right? Fear is an illusion of what's to come, of what's happening. Lost in Space tells me that You may be very unclear at the moment, you may be feeling very uncertain at the moment, and I feel like this is very much in our collective, in the social media, in what we're seeing and what we're hearing. There's a lot of uncertainty around us, which is causing fear, which is causing us to hold on to our ego a little bit more. What do I mean by that? Our sense of security, our sense of safety, our sense of knowing, who we are, where we are, right? This keeps us safe in a place, but it also keeps us trapped from stepping into, from receiving the higher guidance, from being able to hear things in the subtlety of when, like the message that I was reading. So here's a call for surrendering through humility, to know that you are just one grain of sand in this collective, in the fates, in the skywriting that the divine has planned, right? It is the divine plan, and we are playing out the said divine plan where it's all orchestrating behind the scene, as above, so below. So when we don't have all the answers and it's creating loss of direction, the call is to empty out yourself, to surrender to what you know, what's going to happen, what to expect, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, right? This is bringing up fear and uncertainty, and it's causing us to lose our bearing. Yeah. It is causing us to lose our bearing from keeping our balance on this journey. I very much feel this right now. When you when you when you do find the time space of coming to a place where we don't know all the things, we don't know the grand plan, we don't know why we could be going through this period of uncertainty, right? We don't know the quiet space, the stagnating, the stuck feeling that we're going through. Maybe because we are transmuting, maybe because we are transitioning. And the message I get very clearly is to trust. Trust in your path. Trust in the divine path, in the divine plan. And to come to a place of surrender, right? Of not, yes, you don't have all the answers at the moment, but when you surrender through deep quiet and meditation, it is much easier said than done. And I understand this very much, especially when we are feeling uncertainty and chaos, and we know we have a higher calling, and we know we are being called to step into this ourselves. Especially with all this chaos happening all around us, it is difficult to keep our balance. It is difficult to maintain our balance between higher, above, and here. And this is a juggling act that you are mastering, and it will take time, and you are learning, right? What I feel is here is that when you do find space to quiet your mind and to come into yourself, you will receive the message that you are yearning for, the clarity, the direction that you are yearning for, which will bring you a lot of which will bring you into your heart space, of feeling all of these emotions. I feel like this energy right now of sort of like drowning in your own emotions, in your own heart space. But the spirit is asking to surrender to this new you that you are stepping into, right? To this new you that you are being birthed into, as above, so below. So you are going through this transformation, this transition, and perhaps you're working a bit on your heart chakra, on the emotions that you feel, right? And the uncertainty that comes with it. Yeah. I feel the message here very intuitively called to say that, surrender to having this answer, to needing to know, and to find an inspiration, a moments, small moments of happiness, small moments of disconnecting from feeling like this heaviness, this heavy burden on you, this heavy call on you, like it's all getting all too very serious, right? And when we're in that space, we're constantly focused on one thing that is the problem and not seeing the bigger picture, right? We're like standing in the forest and looking at one tree and missing out on all of the forest, right? We're just looking at one tree so close up to our nose, trying to find the answer, trying to find the direction, trying to find the pathway, but we can't see it because our nose is touching the trunk of the tree and we're so close to it that we can't see the forest, we can't see the trail, we can't see the pathway. So I get very much this message to surrender to what you don't know, on what's next, on how it's going to happen, and to come into yourself, the childlike self, to let go of things that you have known, that has formed your ego, that has formed your identity up until now. I feel like there is a bit of a tug and struggle in balancing what we know and what we want to step into, what we are called to step into. Joyful Muse, let me read this one. I want to read this one to Overflow and Plenty. Let me read Joyful Muse first. Inspiration, the gift of play, inner child. The Joyful Muse invites you to be more playful, to have more mirth and joy in your life. You have become boring to yourself, even as others continue to find you interesting. Yes, so I get very much this idea of, being so hyper focused on your path, on the concerns of everything happening around us, on having answers, of knowing everything. This comes from a place of fear, of holding on, of grasping so tightly because of feeling of uncertainty. Yeah, so the call is to, disconnect from that seriousness and to feel the freedom and joy of your surroundings, to feel the freedom and joy of the present moment, of the beauty that is unfolding in our very present moment. It's to look at nature and our surrounding and things around us with new eye, with the eye of a child, right? Being amused and entertained by even the smallest, slightest thing. And that happens when you're completely and fully in the present moment, not when your mind is occupied in somewhere else while we are surrounded by so many things that are happening, that are inspiring, that are inspirational, that are full of fun and laughter and joy. Yeah, I get this very heavy energy of, bit sadness, bit uncertainty, bit worry, bit fear. So yeah, this is the way universe is trying to guide us of how to disconnect from this. Blow a morning kiss to yourself in the mirror. Smile to a stranger. Wink to a child. Be mildly but elegantly inappropriate. Joyful Muse is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and divine delight into your life. Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find the humor in tragedy, while careful not to become frivolous. The power of this muse will shake up everyone around you and invite you to create beauty and grace out of pain and tragedy you perceive in areas of your life. Exactly. Yeah, I feel this heavy energy of mix of having like heaviness on the shoulder, like I'm weighed down by a responsibility, being called to be certain, right? This is for starseed chosens, feeling this heaviness because of so much changes are happening within ourselves and within the world around us. The joyful muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dour. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, and he or she will help you to return to your innate innocence, the place of never been there, never done that, even if it is the same routine you wake up to every morning. Yeah. So this is a very, how do I say this? This is Spirit Divine telling us that, there is a lot that you know, and there is a lot that you know you're stepping into, that you're being called for, right? The transformation that is happening. But this is a call to disconnect from feeling like this, like so much on your shoulder, and to look at your daily routine with new fresh eyes, to be in the very present moment, even if you're doing something mundane that you've done before many times, to look at it with new fresh eyes. And you never know when the inspiration will hit you because you're looking at it with new fresh eyes. Yeah. I want to read Overwhelm and Plenty. Too much, overwhelm and plenty, exactly. So this is, I feel, a heart space right now, this heart chakra, of trying to transmute this energy, of trying to maintain your balance, of trying to, stay in alignment with your divine fate, of trying to be a bigger person with certain sense of responsibility, feeling the need to have the answers to things that you don't know, along your journey of this transformation. And I feel like it's creating so many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Yeah, feeling like this in your heart space because of the ego, because of what we have been taught until now, but because what we have learned up until now on our journey. Right? Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it. Defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation. Exactly. Sorry about that. There's so much information and uncertainty happening within ourselves, with people around us, and within the world at the moment. And I feel like it is too much at this very moment. The call is to disconnect from it all. This is also a call to take a step back in who you think you're supposed to be and ought to be in the time frame, and to let yourself be like a newborn being that is trying to see and learn and enjoy and laugh and be inspired by. Yeah, beginner's mind, new beginning, beginner's mind, meditation and stillness. So I get this very clear energy and the message here that surrender to knowing that you don't have all the answers, and that's okay, because as you go along the way you will find inspiration, you will find kindred soul, you will find answers that you so need, something that will really help you calm down from this and disconnect from this heavy energy of feeling like there's so much heaviness on your shoulder, burdens. I don't want to say burdens but being called to step into yourself, right? Feeling like this ought to kind of energy. Deep meditation and stillness will help you disconnect from your self identity, from your ego self, from our baser self, right? And connect with your higher self, the higher being, where the guidance is, where the nurturing is, where the energy is, where the source is, where the divine love is, where the infinite inspiration, compassion, guidance is. Yeah. So that's I get this very clear message. Yeah. To be okay with not knowing, to be okay with believing and trusting. And I feel like this is a message for all of us collectives right now on this path because of this uncertainty. Divine's calling us to, surrender, that you are in the hands of divine, that you are here on a guided path, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, where your destiny, where your alignment, receiving the messages, guidance, going through changes and transformation. So you are on a right divine path, and to let go of this knowing, to accept that I don't know anything. I'm in a completely new territory. I don't have all the answers. And that's okay, because I am learning, I'm discovering new, I'm finding inspiration in things I never knew before. And looking at it with like eyes of a child, with amusement, with inquisitivity. Yeah, and to tap into, I don't want to say it like this, but because I feel like this is so easier said than done, especially if you're feeling this energy at the moment, right? But being very patient and calm, even then, even with meditation, right? Not having any expectations of what you're gonna get out of it, not having expectations of what you're gonna achieve after this, but just having this time space for yourself, to disconnect from your mind, from your body, from yourself, from your identity, from what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to bring, who you're supposed to be, all the things that you have to do, all the responsibilities you have, all the bills that needs to be paid, all the things that needs to be taken care of, right? Meditation and stillness is just for you to find that piece of time, that little 10-second, I don't know, not 10 seconds, like maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, right? In the beginning it might be difficult, but as you go along, as you progress little by little, you will find that it's easier for you, and you will start to crave this quiet time for yourself, because you will notice that it's healing, it's nurturing, it feels really good to your soul and mind, of giving yourself this time amongst all these changes, um, to just be you without any expectations and labels. And this is where you will find inspiration, because now you have disconnected from your ego self, from your baser self. Yeah. Moving out of stagnation. I want to read this card too. I feel called to read this today. Embrace the chaos. Trust in the process. Moving out of stagnation. This is... let me move this card here so you guys can see the beautiful artwork. Yeah, so dust devil, moving out of stagnation, is accepting the changes coming, being okay with things changing at the moment. Change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable for all of us, and with this can create hesitancy, with this can bring fear of uncertainty, with this can bring fear of going backwards, like, oh no, I don't want this, like, no, this is no, I didn't ask for this, no, right? Like, let me go back where I know who I am, what's expected of me, what to do. This is one of the reasons too with having joyful muse, is like, try to find opportunity in the change, in the chaos. There we go, opportunity. I didn't even see that. I mean, it's right here, but yeah. In this change, in this chaos, I don't want to call it chaos, but it is change, and change is uncomfortable. is where you're going to be led by the fate, by the divine, by the whole plan that is being orchestrated, right? Not just for us, but everybody that's involved, because we're all children of the divine, right? We're all here just serving all soul purpose, working out our soul lessons, moving out of stagnation. That's true. The presence of the dust devil causes a ruckus. Some people are afraid of this chaotic nature, believing that he comes to intentionally stir things up. Truth is, you can't expect this dream ally to behave, to bring niceness, to be clean. His power is in the mess he creates as he calls for you to engage in full cyclone of life, to embrace the change, to embrace uncertainty, to embrace that I don't know all the answers, to embrace that I'm in a new territory, to embrace that I'm learning how to balance this new aspect of me, this new part of me, this new call by the higher power, right? Yeah. He represents two aspects to you now: the winds in your outer life appearing to throw you off course, where you assume the world is coming at or happening to you, and the winds that churn inside you, with the dust devil arising from your dreamscape to help you escape your invisible chains shackling you to a barren desert. Yeah. So here's, again, having hollow bone is like letting go and shedding yourself. Ego has a very strong hold on us because ego is our part of our subconscious self that tries to protect us, right? Whatever we go through between the age from when we are in our mom's belly up until 7 years forms our ego, forms our self-identity, forms our subconscious. If you ever notice, pay attention to the voice inside your head that criticizes you, that talks to you, how you talk to yourself. Pay attention to that voice. And you will notice that people closest to us when we were a child, their voice, how they spoke to us, what they said to us, the criticizing voice, the correcting voice, the guiding voice, you will notice that all of these habits and these voices, as an adult, they become our voices. Are they really ours, or are they given to us during our forming years? So the dust devil is coming to shake up this part of ourselves where we were given this identity, and it is taking us, and it could feel like a chaos on the outside, but divine is asking to trust in the process, to know, although it may look chaotic and it may stir up fear within you, know that it is moving you out of stagnation, of where you are feeling like this stuck, unable to move out of this heavy energy, right? Where it's overwhelming you, overwhelming your heart space, overwhelming you emotionally, your well-being. Yeah. So although it may seem the changes coming for you are bringing more chaos, know that it's moving you out of stagnation. It's moving you into where you are meant to be, into new space, new opportunity, where you are in the right place at the right time, although it may not look like that at the moment. Ooh, it's got real. Stop asking for things to be perfect. Awkward, messy, conflicted, exuberant, and wild is how you shift. Trust this process. The dust devil knows what you need when you need it. Once things settle, you will see the gleaming jewels awaiting your discovery, the wisdom awaiting integration. Yeah. So I think we're all collectively going through this where there's a lot of changes happening, divine, outside and inside. And it is bringing up fear, it is bringing up uncertainty, and divine is calling us to know that this is part of your destiny, that you are taken care of higher power, that you are divinely guided and aligned in the right place at the right time, that what you have been manifesting, what you have been desiring, what you have been wanting is coming for you, and this is going to come in form of changes. And like I said, change is uncomfortable but this is going to bring you new opportunity, It is going to land you in the new spot. So everything that you have been working for, everything divine has for you as a bow, is going to manifest in below. You're being reborn, brand new, caterpillar, right? Caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, and you are going to step into this full embodiment of who you're supposed to be. Show off your wings, your beauty, the gifts that you have to bring here on this earth, and to know that you are destined for this. Destined for this abundance, this luck, this good opportunities and good well-being, this good fortune, this good life, this good new beginning that you have been asking for and wanting. And it is going to come in form of change, and to trust the process, to become hollow and empty of what you think is going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, in what form it's going to come, of knowing the answers about it. Yeah. Bold step forward, to take the guided divine step that divine's calling you to step into. Let's read this. 55. You could be seeing a lot of 5/5s. 5/5 is a very strong message of change. The next experience, legacy, evolving, bold step forward. When the Father Gate card shows up, it is clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk towards your future. You're marching in place right now, stirring the dust but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. Exactly, everyday busyness. The farther gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin you shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach. But the window of time to pass through it grows shorter. Do not dally. A gift of the farther gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage to new discovery and both great challenges and opportunities. It is not a graduation. There are no rewards other than exploration itself. You have been a farmer far too long, tilling the hard soil that now bears little fruit for you. Time to put on the explorer hat once again. Yes. So this is calling, if you are being guided to move, if you are being guided to make some sort of change in your life, in your lifestyle, if you are being called to take that leap of faith, you would know this. And if you don't know this by now, you would receive guidance and clarity and message when you quiet down and let go of knowing everything, right? Teachability is like hollowing ourselves up so the divine flute, so the divine wind can blow through and we can hear the flute, the messages, the guidance, right? Along our transformation. When you step into this, although you might now feel, I don't have the messages, I don't have the means, I don't have the guidance, I don't have the answers. If you are divinely guided and you are being called, you would know this. The divine's asking you to take that move forward. Yes, it might bring you uncertainty, but it will also land you in the right place at the right time, bringing you that lucky chance, that lucky opportunities that are meant for you, that are destined for you, that are written in the fates for you. Yeah. Should we pull a card? I think I want to put one more. Yes. You are connected. We are connected to each other. This brings me to this card again, skywriting fates. This is what we started our reading with, right? We're all connected. We're not here as an individual piece floating through space-time continuum. We are all interconnected. We're all here for a reason. Things are happening, things are changing for all of us, right? Things are changing, things are happening for all of us. And I feel it's pushing all of us as a collective to trust in the higher power, to come into present moment, find the inner child, the muse within you, the childlike curiosity of new, of trying to learn and find, which is going to land you in the right place at the right time, around right people, connect you with your soul tribe. When you take this step forward, when you take that divinely guided step forward, you will connect with your divine path, with the people around you that are meant to be around you, that will help you progress, that will help you connect to these opportunities and bring you this luck, open these doors for you. Yeah, cause and effect, cause and effect. And I feel like because we don't know, because we're so uncertain about our future, our fate, we're stuck in this space, and we're needing direction to move out of it. We're stuck in this space. We know that we are here to do work. We know we are called to for this. Called to step into this new aspect of ourselves through this transition. And it is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. It is causing a bit of fear to rise, a bit of uncertainty to rise. But the universe, the source, is so good that it's letting us know that through this chaos, through this change, through you emerging into your new self, to find newness in it. As a child, right? As a child, we went to new schools, we met new people. We didn't have a lot of control over where we go and who we meet and who we interact with, right? Our parents usually dragged us along with them, and we just had to go along with them. But you were always entertained, you always made new friends, you always found new things to play with, to amuse yourself with. You always found new inspiration, you made new connections, right? And that's what's being asked of us at the moment, which will bring you in connection with your soul family, right? Look at that, 32, 33. I see a lot of threes here and a lot of four. Yeah, fours are like structure and stability, but four is also stagnation. Threes are like mind, body, and spirit, to connect with ourselves, right? As above, so below. Fives is a message of big changes coming towards us. 23 for me is like very lucky number, very fortunate, being in the right place at the right time. Yeah, feeling like, whoa, this just happened for me. Whoa, how did this just happen, right? And that you will step into this if you adopt this new mind. Because the changes are coming for us, which are going to land us, which are divinely guided for us, so that we can connect with our divine soul family, step into our purpose, out of this stagnation, out of this feeling of uncertainty, right? And that can only happen when you allow things to unfold as they are. Yeah. Hope this message helps you along your spiritual journey. We're all taking each other home. We're all walking each other home. You're not alone in this changes. A lot of us collectively are going through this feeling within ourselves of not being here and not being there, of being in the middle. And I think this is bringing up our baser fears, our subconscious fears, and it's overwhelming ourself, which could be causing a bit of disconnect our from quieting down because of this uncertainty, right? And it's bringing up our fear. But when you find space to quiet and connect with your higher self, to your spirit guides, you might find calmness, a stability that you need while you're going through this transition. Yeah. So have no fear. You are stepping into your destiny. This is written in the fates. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Have an open mind. Yeah, to have a new beginner's mind and to enjoy the present moment, to see the opportunity and beauty and inspiration in the present moment, which is going to create a lot of opportunities, bring you new collect people, new kind soul family, new group, new place, new inspiration, new guidance, a new way of connecting to your soul family, which is going to bring you a lot of luck and opportunities, open a lot of new gates and doors for you. Divinely guided, divinely guided gates, right? See the illumination, right? Your path is illuminated. Divine's like, over here, over here, over here. Step into this, come through this, don't fear, come through this, it's over here. Your new opportunity, your new what you're looking for, right? But our fear, our subconscious fear is overriding that. So yeah, I hope this message helped you guys. Thank you for watching this. Bye guys.